Turning the tables, we're back.
Yes.
What can we expect this season? What topics are you diving into?
So many different topics. What is the same? Great, dynamic, diverse women, like we had in season 1. But we're going to delve into issues such as fulfillment, certainty, community, grace. So we have these great women who are willing to share and give of themselves and really kind of help us navigate. And I like to say success leaves clues, and they are dropping a lot of clues to their success, but they also talk about their trials. It's not just the triumphs, but the trials as well. So a new group of women, new topics that we're discussing, and just building upon what we did in season 1.
I mean, the trailer itself has anyone tearing up. It's very emotional, talking about highs and lows in the journey. Brooke Shields, Sheryl Lee Ralph, so many amazing women joining you at the table. Why this incredible group of women?
Oh my gosh. And the thing is, I mean, Sheryl Lee Ralph, Brooke Shields, Dionne Warwick, and a lot of these women had not met each other before. And to see them after the cameras stop rolling, and to see them exchanging numbers and wanting to text one another and stay in touch, it's that connection that they have. And I think what really draws them together is that we're listening to one another. We're allowing you to, say what you want to say. We're not going to try, it's a judgment-free zone, but we're actually going to listen to one another. We're not talking over one another. And the way that they were helping each other, like someone would say something, I remember Sheryl Lee Ralph was talking, and then Brooke Shields hops in and goes, yeah, that right there, that what you did. And then they'll turn the tables on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm involved. But it's just this free-flowing conversation. It's not an interview. Mm-hmm. It's not, and that's why when I won the Emmy for informational talk show, I'm like, really? I don't really, okay. I just thought we were just, having a conversation with these wonderful women, but very grateful for the recognition.
Those are the best interviews, is
right.
When it is a conversation. And you have some magic about you. You're able to make people feel comfortable, open up, share. Was there someone this season whose story touched you, in a way you didn't expect?
There were so many of them. Haley, Chrissy, especially when Chrissy Metz talked about how nobody wanted to sit by her until she was on, no one wanted to sit by her on a plane until she was on a hit TV show. And her being so open about the therapy that she's going through, and not being ashamed, nor should you, to be able to discuss it so freely as she did. And you could tell that she was still working on herself in some ways, but willing to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is a strength, it's not a weakness. And so when she shared that, and when Haley talked about coming out, and somebody, so I'm gay, she's gay, we're from different generations, and to hear her talk and to see that Dionne Warwick, how she wrapped her arms around her, it was just amazing to see the sisterhood that was unfolding in front of the cameras right there, and it was so authentic and so real.
Yeah, I mean, the pairings, the groupings, I feel like they were all, they made so much sense. And it was cool. You said a lot of them had never really met each other. So, but it was amazing to see how these conversations went.
And it was really, well, thank you. And I got to give Kadeen Ackle, who is the showrunner, phenomenal in putting together the right match. Because I have to say, I was like, right, well, why don't we it was kind of like a chess match. But it really worked very well in how they were able to connect with one another and really bring out something even more so from each other.
Yeah, well, people are able to find common ground, and it's just starting
Bingo.
that. Yeah, so you're kind of like the person who saw
I'm the conductor.
common ground.
I'm the
Yes,
conductor.
the conductor.
I'm just the conductor.
You have a lot of amazing milestones that we're celebrating. Your 10-year return to GMA after your bone marrow transplant. It's been amazing following your journey and your strength. Your bravery.
Thank you.
How are you feeling? What does that milestone mean to you?
Oh, my goodness. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years. And what I really appreciated about marking the milestone was discussing the growth in those 10 years, not of me, but of the research about people who are being a part of the donor registry. I was very fortunate that my sister was a match. That doesn't happen a lot, only 3 out of 10 times as a family member a match. And so we were able to team up with Be the Match, and to date almost 10,000 people just during the 174 days of my being away. We were able to almost put 8,000, almost 9,000 more people on the registry. That means the most to me. That's how I look at a milestone, not looking back at any other way than to say, where are we going now, and what have the advances that we've been able to make in the last 10 years. And I'm so grateful we were able to highlight some wonderful, wonderful stories of people who have done some remarkable things these last 10 years.
Well, you've made such an imprint. You have such an amazing group of friends, colleagues, family, an amazing support system. Amber.
Oh, my fiance. I can say it. I can say it. Yes, my fiance. My fiance, yes.
You surprised everyone when you talked about your getting married. What motivated you to say yes?
I don't know. I mean, well, what motivated me to say yes? We had been talking about it. So people thought that I was surprising Amber on the air. No, no. She was fully aware. She didn't know I was going to say it that morning out loud. I didn't know I was going to say it. The guest I was speaking to, Gabby Bernstein, she said, "What are you going to say yes to in 2023?" And I was trying to come up with like some TV-friendly kind of response or whatever. And I'm like, "Robin, just tell her what you really are saying yes to." And so I just blurted it out like that. And I'm so grateful because that put it into action, because we have been talking about it. But once you say it on national television, but we are definitely getting married in 2023. It's the save the dates are going to be going out real soon.
Yeah, where are we at with the planning?
It's a daily discussion. I'm going to say, do you have a ring on?
No.
I'm about to say that.
Not yet. I don't even know.
I'm asking everybody, and everybody's giving me their advice and just saying, enjoy the day. It's going really well. It's just, it can be maddening, trying to, the guest list and all, it's, breathe, Robin, breathe. But it's a daily discussion, but very, very excited that after almost 18 years together, that we're as excited as we are and can't wait to start a new chapter together.
I mean, it's amazing. You two have something very special.
We've been through a lot together.
How did you know that she was the one?
Ooh, that's a good question. How did I know that she was the one?
Give me your wisdom.
No. Gosh. I knew right away, and I don't want to be cliche. We met on a blind date. It was only supposed to be for drinks. We were with the other people who introduced us, like was her good friend, my good friend, and I told my friend Alex, we're just meeting for drinks. If I kick you on the table, let's invite him for dinner. And I think it was like within 5 minutes of the conversation, I was kicking him on the table and saying, let's invite them to stay for dinner. And that was almost 18 years ago.
Wow.
You just know.
Very, very special.
Yeah.
We're celebrating Women's History Month. So
Yes, we are.
I'm going to do a little rapid fire because you're a trailblazer in journalism.
Well, thank you.
Who do you look up to?
Who do I look up to? Who don't I look up to? Diane Sawyer. Diane Sawyer, boy, she took me under her wing. She is a dear friend to this day. She taught me so much, and continues to teach me so much, primarily about programming, content, stories that cause a reaction that leads to action. I'll never forget her telling me that, and that's something that I've tried to do, something that people watching, like Turning the Tables, it makes them want to be active in take action in their own life.
I grew up with Diane Sawyer too, watching the both of you, so I could not agree more. She's incredible.
She is.
Something you need to get your day started.
Something I need to get my day started. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I have to do a little core work in the morning. I never have told people that. I have to do some sit-ups. I have to do some push-ups. I cannot start my morning. Not a lot of them, but just something in the morning to kind of get me going for a few minutes before I head out the door. I can't head out the door until I've done that.
That's motivating.
I haven't shared that. Yes. So.
Oh, I love that. Fill in the blank. My wedding is not complete without blank.
My wedding is not complete without sweet Amber. I mean, come on. I mean, my wedding is not complete without, I want to, how do I say this without badass dancing? I was trying to find another way of saying, but you know what? That's what Amber wants. She just wants us to dance. And our wedding would not be complete, will not be complete, unless everybody's out there on the dance floor shaking their groove thing.
Aww.
That's how old I am. By saying that.
No, that's amazing.
Thing.
The highlights are always on the dance floor. Mm-hmm. What are 2 things you challenge every woman to do more of?
I challenge women to be more of themselves. I challenge women to be more present. That's what I mean. Yes, to be more of who they are, their authentic self, and to be present. You know, yes, you have a spouse or your children or all that. Yeah, then great, and we're great. Just be more present. Just be. This too shall pass before we know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.